All right, what's going on, guys? Fittest Experience Week 1 workouts have been released. So we're just putting together kind of a first initial thoughts video for everybody, kind of get some strategies down for that first attempt. Some of you guys that are doing the qualifier might find this helpful. So we'll put it out to the public here, just kind of let you guys see what our first thoughts are on these workouts. So first one they released, that 3RM front squat. Many of you guys probably did something in regards to the 4-rep max front squat in the quarterfinals. This is going to be relatively the same, but heavier. So there's not really any difference to that if you guys had done that qualifier. Build up, obviously, pre-starting the clock, then start your clock and hit your first attempt. This is one that you guys can try a couple of times as well. So, if you want to test the waters per se on that first attempt on Friday or Thursday, whenever you're attempting it, you can kind of just get a score in, and then maybe you feel fresher on, Friday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday. I think is when those qualifiers are due. So this is one that you can definitely keep retesting over and over again. Fatigue shouldn't play too bad into this from the third workout. So you should have a little bit of an opportunity to kind of keep testing this one over and over again. But yeah, it's really, you should have a pretty good idea of where you'll be on this one. If you've been, training consistently for the last 6 to 8 months prior from quarterfinals, you can kind of use that as a judge of relatively where you'll be on this one. Next one, guys. 21:15:9 dumbbell power cleans and pull-ups. There's an 8-minute time gap on this one. So there's definitely going to be some people that are hitting more than likely hitting the time cap on this one. But it is a quick workout. So grip is going to be the big thing on this one. So you're just going to want to try and keep that managed as best as possible. It's pull-ups, it's not chest to bar, so the cycle speed is going to be a little bit faster. Really, this one is just a freaking pump city. So try and keep your dumbbell and your pull-up bar pretty close, especially if you're going for like top score on this, where you're trying to go unbroken. If you're not trying to go unbroken, make sure your breaks are smart. You're probably going to want to break up the dumbbells a little bit more, just because that's going to have a higher time under tension, so you can kind of hang on to the pull-ups. The cycle speed is a little bit faster, the reps not as long, so you'll get those done a little bit quicker, and then probably work on breaking up the dumbbells a little bit more, 777, 555 or something like that, with a quick break if you guys need to take a break. Again, just kind of a capacity workout on this one. Like, you should have a pretty good idea of have done some sort of dumbbell power clean and pull up workout. So it's going to be a pretty big pump. So just make sure you guys are breaking a little bit early on this one. This is also one that is very repeatable. So I might stay conservative on your first attempt, and then kind of go balls to the wall on, like, if you have a second attempt or a third attempt on this one. No need to try and just blow it out of the water and get super fatigued on this one on that first attempt. That first attempt can be a little bit slower, a little bit more cautious, a little bit more breaks on it, and then get an idea of where you'll be on this one. Like, maybe you don't have to break the 15 in the 3 sets. Maybe it's 2 sets. Maybe you can go unbroken. But there's a lot of time to input these scores. So that first attempt, probably just be a little bit more cautious, so you're not overly fatigued on this one. But I think the bicep pump and the grip is going to surprise a lot of people on this one. But it's not a lot of reps on either, 45 of each. And the pull-ups are pretty fast cycle speed. So I think if you need to, just break up the dumbbells, and yeah, just hold on for dear life. Last one, 34 down to 6 by 4s. So 34, 30, 26, 22, 18, 14, 10, 6. Calorie row and box jump overs. I am assuming that this is 24-20 on the boxes. I have not looked at the standards yet. I'm not 100% on if you can laterally jump over. Sorry, this video is playing right now. it looks like in the video they have the individual doing lateral box jump overs. So if that is the case, definitely that is the route to go. Tons of bounding. That shouldn't play into the row too much though. If you guys, you're just gonna have to kind of float under that red line on this one. This one's definitely gonna be a suffer fest, especially on the rower. Laterally bounding is gonna allow you to pick up the pace on those box jumps. I think the box jumps is where you're gonna have to get a little bit tough on this workout. Obviously try and stay as consistent as possible on the rower, but just kind of keeping a consistent pace on those box jumps is where you're going to make your money on this workout, not slowing down on those. Let's see. There was so this is a total of, it's a lot of calories on the rower. Let's see, 36 plus 22, 18 plus 14, 10. So 162 total calories on the rower. It's about, for really good guys, 6:30 to 7 minutes, probably a little bit longer than that of rowing, maybe a little bit closer to 8 with the fatigue of the box jumps, 8:30, and that's like peak rowing, like top level rowers. Then with then you have 162 lateral box jump overs as well. So gonna have to kind of pay attention to those two things, guys. Just the amount of fatigue that's going to be coming in on that one from the box jump overs, but that's kind of where you're going to have to get a little tough, stay a little bit more consistent on the row. The row is definitely something you can just kind of hold a pace on. And after you get done with those burpee or those box jump overs, you're definitely going to have some fatigue in the legs, but they're going to flush as you get on the rower. So when you get on the rower, the big thing on this one is just make sure you start pulling at the pace that you want to hold for that set of calories, because they're going to flush out eventually, and you're going to be able to hold that pace. Like, it's going to be very uncomfortable at first, but as you get into it, maybe like 30, 45, a minute into the row, those legs will have been flushed and you'll be a little bit more consistent on the pull. So with that being said, guys, you're kind of looking at something around a 3K pace on this, not maybe a little bit slower than that. If you guys did Fittest Experience last year, there was a 3K row. If you did the actual live event, there was a 3K row. So you guys should have a score for that if you guys had done that last year. So kind of just match whatever your calories are up with that row. And that should give you a pretty good pacing strategy for that one. But yeah, big thing is make sure you're staying tough on the box jumps. And then when you get back on that rower, try and just pick it up to that pace that you want to hold. It's going to be really shitty and sucky at first, but it's going to start to, holding that pace will start to bring the fatigue levels down a little bit. And then if you have anything left, like try and gun it on those 6 and 10, maybe even the 14 calories. So those are kind of our initial thoughts. As you guys kind of go, we'll give you a little bit more input on how people are breaking it up, how some feedback and some things people are finding. If you guys are one of our clients, we'll give you a little bit more feedback on it. But yeah, hopefully you guys found this a little bit helpful. If you guys have any questions, even if you're not one of our clients, just shoot us a message. We'd be happy to help out. And yeah, good luck this week, and we'll check in next week with you guys.